here we are once again for clarification sake. Here we've got Insidious Gaming starting to the north as the blue side, Front Mission as the yellow team to the south. And yeah, sure enough, lots of French tanks.
Yeah, look at that. On Front Mission side, they do go with a slightly different tank lineup than in the previous two sets. They did go with the same, two AMX-50s, but then the real difference comes in with Calliope actually switching out his Pershing for a T69, and then Boom actually trading his T32 for a IS-3. So slightly different over there, and same with efficiency, really going with that sniping lineup. Or yeah, Insidious Gaming, excuse me. Yeah, going with that tanking kind of long-range engagement setup with those 3 AMX-50s plus an IS-3 and a 110. So
and it is a huge push coming from Insidious Gaming towards the hilltop. I mean, virtually everyone's up there.
Oh my god. Only one of those T1s actually posted back there towards the field.
Indeed. Whereas you can't see it on the screen right now, but the observer is actually telling us that their opponent's Front Mission, quite the opposite, are going to the West Railroad. So
they haven't committed over there yet, but they have moved over to the western side.
Well, yeah, and they have sent one of their tanks up north slightly.
One of their T1s are going up the hill, but the thing is, I mean,
as soon as the T1 spots the entire Insidious force up the hill, I mean, if it does manage to spot everyone, which is not a given, but if he does, then it might signify a push coming from the Front Mission tanks to the west.
Or they could just be coming back as well. I mean, it's really going to depend on how soon Insidious Gaming are spotted. Because if they wait until Front Mission make it, mostly almost all the way towards the north, then once they push, then Front Mission are most likely just going to go for a base capture of their own. However,
and they have been spotted. Every single one of them. Every single one of them has been spotted. So that's probably gonna. They're gonna push. I think they're gonna push up to the west road and still leave maybe 2 tanks behind, or maybe just send 1 tank up to the west road and leave the 4 remaining heavy tanks to defend the base.
Yeah, so Insidious Gaming pushing extremely strong right now on this eastern hilltop area. They have sent one of their heavy tanks back, though, just in case Front Mission decides to push there. Oh, and Nagnoya actually spotting out another T1, his counterpart over there on the west as well. So really kind of opposing pushes. The T1 gets taken out on Front Mission's side right there. Yeah, so Insidious Gaming, they're kind of hesitating right now, honestly. I mean, they are pulling back, though. Look at that. They're going to actually...
They're pulling everybody back except for the T1. I think it's a pretty beneficial trade for them. That's going to deny a lot of vision on the Front Mission side to the hill. And it's a big question mark here, so they're all going to have that shadow brooding over their shoulders pretty much. Front Mission can't feel too comfortable about that hilltop because they have nothing. They have absolutely no idea what's going on over there.
And all of those Front Mission tanks are really scared right now. They
don't know what to do.
Yeah, they're expecting Insidious Gaming to push. They have spotted one of the heavier tanks on the hilltop. So
and they lost the T1 to the west, actually. It was Nagnoya, I think, who won that duel up to the northwestern.
I think it was actually a top taking out Hobbs right there.
Right, yeah.
Kind of at the base of the city area. Yeah, but Nagnoya has taken some damage here. And yeah, the members of Front Mission
both
really
teams
hesitating.
expecting a push. Actually, look at that. You all Grits, Elite, Nikolai, Anaheim, Sudamsian as well. They're all lined up towards their own base to the north because they were sort of fearful of the western push, which is not coming. So both teams doing exactly the same thing here. So a lot of vision denied to the west for Insidious Gaming, but the same applies to Front Mission to the east, as a matter of fact. So the map is perfectly symmetrically sliced in two vertically speaking, so it's east-west stalemate situation here. And well, oh boy, this could be a long one actually.
Yeah, this very well could be. I mean, they're on opposite corners of the map right now.
They're so far away from each other.
Yeah, and they haven't spotted any of the heavier forces on either team. So really, I mean, look from each team's perspective, the other team could be anywhere.
Exactly. So right now, unless one of these teams decide to take a bit more of a risk, we're headed straight towards the draw. The way that they are right now, if they decide not to move, really, I don't see anything happening out of this.
Yeah, look at those AMX-50s on Insidious Gaming side.
It's a great defensive setup, but but I mean, one has to attack.
Yeah, you have to be defending against something. Right?
Exactly. So yeah, right now they're as commendable as their defensive setup might be, but the same thing could be said of the Front Mission tanks down to the southwest. Unless somebody's attacking, well, pretty much it's moot, and this is exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah, honestly, if I was Front Mission, I would just at least send I don't know, honestly. It's really hard to say because if either team pushes, they're going to be in trouble.
That is
I mean, quite honest, because if front mission decides to push, those AMX-50s over there on the base of the hill are just gonna pretty much annihilate.
Oh,
the
they're
first
gonna,
thing
yeah,
they
no,
see.
they're just, it's gonna, death is gonna rain on them.
Yeah,
if they decide to go by the western front. However, if they decide to cut through the central park area right now, they would be unspotted.
Yeah, that's true.
They
that's
would,
very true.
if they cut smack in the middle, like that advantage would be nullified actually. So it might be a good idea for them to consider that. I mean, although there's still like that T1 lurking on top of the hilltop, pretty much, which could technically spot them. I'm talking about desk guys, of course. But having said that, yeah, if nobody attempts anything, we're headed for a draw right now. I mean, there's absolutely no movement on either side except for the T1s, and even not so. I mean, like, look at Naknoya is just like completely barricaded. I don't even know how he got there.
Yeah, he's actually like kind of window
He
shopping.
was just like, exactly, no, he was just at a balcony of some sorts. I'm like, okay, how do you even get out there?
That's actually the platform of the railway station.
Of the railway station. Anyways, well, Insidious Gaming,
train.
sort of like tired of waiting, are deciding to make the climb once again. But this time, I think they might split their forces slightly, or at least like leave one of those tanks at the foot of the hill, just in case a base capture is going to come that way. So I can see Nikolai 69 actually just waiting at the foot of the hilltop, whereas those 3 MX-50s are being sent onto the unknown, and I'm not sure that's wise actually.
Yeah, this could be. I mean, although
like we can tell that they're like out of danger, but still, like if somebody was lurking and waiting for those MX-50s, they would be like easy.
But they had that
prey.
T1 up there as well, so
they
knew that no one was up there. But at the same time, if they continue to push here, then I don't know. I mean, they'll be able to make it down to the southern part of this hill, but at the same time, if they push any further, they're gonna get sniped out. I
think they're gonna try to coordinate some kind of effort here, sending the IS-3 and the 110 towards the eastern side of the park area, whereas the AMX-50s 100s are just pretty much like gonna cover them from the base of the hill to the south.
Look at Naknoya going for a base capture. The spot only gets taken out.
Yeah, this guy was defending out there, but they have spotted each other, which means that they're like, okay, was it just that T1 defending the base, or what's going on? Like right now, front mission members are scratching their heads because they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
they are absolutely clueless as to where the Insidious tanks are, and right now all they're doing is just staying clustered towards their base and defending this position because they can sense that a push is kind of imminent, and they're right actually. They're quite right.
Insidious Gaming are continuing to creep down onto that starting position of front mission right now. They have pulled down all of their tanks. So
I think they're going to send their T1 to the west.
Yeah. And we're probably going to see an engagement soon, honestly.
Yeah, with 2 minutes down, I don't see Insidious Gaming sitting this one out because they're like, okay, you know, we might as well just try this because I mean, they're confident about their own abilities when it comes to just close quarter combat. So and they've got their tanks like ideally placed as well, so they can easily spread out. They've got a direct boulevard leading to that church, which is the southern base, of course. So I really think they're just going to go for it, and they are.
Yeah, they're going in right now. They have to. Honestly, I don't know. This is going to be a little bit dangerous for them. Definitely,
it's going to be very, very dangerous for them.
Yeah.
This guy is just keeping.
He has spotted Calliope.
Yeah. He's keeping them busy, and look at that. Ooh, Panda here, just taking. Oh, Amsterdam's gonna go down. He's gonna be the first one to go down. He's out.
Yeah, Amsterdam's actually, he does go down.
He's out. He's definitely out.
Oh, base capture has started now. So 3 tanks over there on the base at this moment, and look at that. Front mission gonna go for a push of their own. They realize that they have the positional advantage right now, and they are not gonna hesitate at all to engage. Look at them all moving into those Insidious Gaming members, and this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, indeed. And honestly, I don't see Insidious Gaming pulling this off at all. I mean, it's just too hard to capture. Look at that. Nisa's gonna go down too.
Yeah. Nisa is still alive though by the skin of his teeth.
No, I mean Nikolai. I meant Nikolai actually. Just Nisa is just taking the front lines, but still not enough. I mean, look at that. That base capture is just way too easily delayed.
Yeah,
and it's just nearly impossible to capture it like that only from one front. Pretty much, you got to have multiple angles to cover this. Otherwise, it's just going to be a carnage, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, you have to be guarding the entrance points to this base capture if you're going to actually even have any chance of going for this. They do manage to take down Panda Eye, but it's not going to be nearly enough. I mean, only Griffs and And Nisa are alive, but look at Nisa down to 1 hit. Griff
Oh,
is
99, the
quite
beast
healthy.
capture actually, oh, was delayed.
Wow.
Was delayed, but I really thought they were going to pull this off though. It was pretty close.
That was really close, actually.
It was actually pretty close.